Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Awakening. I haven't recorded for 6 weeks, I think. We'll get into why in the LP. Main headline is I've been working 6-day weeks, but the other story is a lot longer and sadder. It's not that big a deal, but we'll get into it probably.
You have time to talk about the Darkspawn in the Vigil?
I thought I was going into a cellar. It has been 6 weeks.
Let me explain. You know Dworkin? That mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out.
Ah, good. That's what I thought we were doing. Take me to the cave-in.
Straight away, sir.
As you can see, I've sorted my quick bar out.
Here we are. The Vigil goes deep. Real deep. The hallways down here have been crumbling for years and decades. And that blasted Dworkin's explosives didn't do the structure any favours.
How far down do the basements go?
No one knows. The Vigil's always been here. Since the barbarians, they say. Who knows what's at the bottom?
How did the Darkspawn get down here?
I don't know. But no one saw the Darkspawn approach on the surface either. Maybe they found a way to attack from below.
Yeah, we've seen them appear out of the ground before like that. Okay, we'll have the men clear the rubble, and I'll kill the Darkspawn.
You heard the commander. Put your backs into it.
I haven't...
This is where you come in. Who knows what's up ahead? We'll be back here.
Haven't had a chance to really investigate my character. I think we chose good spells. I'm pretty sure I went through this in the LP. That's going to be important. And then we've got... The main thing we did was make ourselves more of a fighter, wasn't it? Oh, it's all very fast. Faster than I remember.
Do you have a point, mage?
Hey, I'm fond of the Hows. I'm also fond of the whys, the whos, and the whats.
How clever.
Oh, it's shameful how long it took me to come up with that.
Doesn't look very Darkspawny. This Mabari seems greatly distressed. Her fur is patchy and caked with dirt and blood. Let's just have a look first. You find a small scroll bound to the dog. I'll take that. A woman named Adria writes that she has taken refuge in the lower levels of the keep.
Adria? She was like a mother to me. We must save her.
Yeah, because we really want to repopulate the place with Hows, don't we? But if we find her, we can make that decision ourselves.
As you say.
Now, the Codex is an absolute bloody nightmare. Obviously, I've gone through most of the game, and I cleared as much of the Codex as I could. There's still some gaps in it. But the numbers of the new entries aren't discrete at the end of the Codex or anything. They're just all mixed in, so all the numbers are all completely wrong. The Codex is going to be an absolute nightmare to record, and I don't really know what I can do about it. Load an original game save, clear as much as I can, and then check on a wiki what's specific to Awakening and go through that. I think that's the only way forward for me. That wasn't me saving the game.
The Darkspawn have sensed us!
Well, the good news is they're all white. Oh. Well, I did take quite a beating there. Okay, well, we certainly can't hit without any benefit. So do any of these help me hit? Attack bonus, we'll try that. Bear in mind, this is a mage, not a fighter. Ah, hit him. Well, it appears we can actually hit them once we've whacked combat magic on.
It is begun. I shall do it. As you say. Away with you! Have you no concern for your own
Well, he's a yellow. Well, there was a yellow in there. We managed to hit him quite happily.
As you say.
A small plaque on the shrine to Andraste reads, Andraste was bathed in fire before the Maker's eyes. Did that do anything? Might have to get everyone else out of the way here. Ah, they'll be alright. I don't know if I did something good then or not. I must have done. I must have opened the way to this chest. Oh, that's good. +4 con, that's pretty sweet. It doesn't really compare with +10 con though, does it? I'm still remembering my way around the game. Obviously this is all new. If I remember rightly, this is activated. This is single target. This is area. This is heal. Can't really remember how to use the camera so it's not so annoying and swinging about all over the place when you're watching it back. I'm sure that'll come back to me. I did get better as I went through Dragon Age Origins. I mean, part of it is just swinging around with the rooms. Okay, we need to do some area effects. They'll blow at me, but that's okay, because I've got lots of ammo now. Well, fireball recharges pretty quickly. Build is really quite good, it would appear so far. It's gifts, it's not plot.
I think I can help.
It shall be done.
Oh, that was good of you. I wonder if that's a mod I've put on that you open that automatically. It might be, I can't remember.
Oh, thank the Maker. Please let us out.
I need to know who imprisoned them. Who are you? What's in it for me?
We don't have anything. All we have is the clothes on our back.
Ah, fine. I don't want more Darkspawn. At least if you're my enemy as humans, then I'll deal with it later. You get out of here, losers.
Quick, before more of those things come.
I'm not sure where I came from now. I came in this way. Voice sounds a bit weak.
No. No, Adria. We have to help her. There must be some way. Adria.
Well, she didn't put much of a fight. Plus 10 spell power. Sounds good. A letter to Rend and Howe. My Lord Howe, some of the men are not pleased with your plan. They will incite others against you. For the plan to succeed, our forces must be united. If word gets out, if even one of them ignores Cuzland, it will be your head on a plate. I say this with all due respect, sir. Your captain, Lowen. Not sure it helps a lot right now, does it? Not tell us anything?
You murdered a slew of Darkspawn there. Well, you hear the stories about you and the Wardens. But to see it firsthand...
But you worked here when there were Wardens here before. Didn't they inspire you?
Oh, they did too. Even though the attack was a surprise, they killed droves of Darkspawn. Just ask the poor maids who have to clean it up. But you're something else. Anyway, it looks like the explosives caved this section in. I brought along Master Voldrick.
So, this is how you humans ply your stonecraft. Disgraceful, that is. What, this would barely last a few centuries. I wager these passages may go far enough to connect to the deep roads.
Yeah, makes sense. So, the Darkspawn come from below, right?
Aye. The Orlesian lads would have had a terrible surprise. Explains how experienced men fell to the Darkspawn. This is a grave matter. If we don't shut these tunnels, the Darkspawn can attack from below again.
Andraste's blood, there are basement entrances throughout the keep. There's no way to defend against that.
Then we follow the tunnels and hope to find a single point to block off. Never you fear, lass. With the Warden's muscle and my stonecraft, we'll find a way.
Yeah, let me know when you clear the passage.
We'll need some time, but as soon as we clear it, we'll let you know.
Alright, just give me a few moments.
Of course.
Pretty sure there was a path we didn't visit down here somewhere.
I think I can help with that.
Very well.
As you say.
This crypt is old. Really old. I bet it was here before the current keep was built.
I think there might be an attack in here.
It shall be done.
No, no revenants. Oh, it's an actual key. I figured that was going to be an item of some kind. That's more like it. Right, let's open up some
Overwhelm us.
fire on that side. Come on, someone else do a taunt. Get me out of here. Ah, well, the good news is all this stuff is taken. They're not interrupting my spells easily. Why don't I have Arcane Bolt? Did I really not take it? Is that not the first spell you get? Maybe I just decided it wasn't worth it, but I don't remember ever playing a mage without Arcane Bolt.
As you say. It shall be done. I shall do it.
Oh, I've missed loads of stuff. Right. I think we've got this key. Don't remember seeing any other keys. Right, this must be an overarching puzzle then. So as we explore each layer of the crypt, we unlock one more keyhole, do you think? And then the final boss is through here.
It shall be done. As you say.
We've cleared everything we can get to. I don't know how long it takes to tick over. I don't know if we can just do it straight away. I mean, we didn't really encounter any difficulty with what we've done. We've got 2 level ups at least. Remember, we've got specializations here that we haven't taken. But we've got at least a level up with Trini and with Anders. And we didn't really face any hardship. I don't see why... Oh, I wonder if I should have gone back to that woman.
Humans digging this deep under the vigil. Who knew?
I shall do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go back up to the keep.
Of course. The men are still clearing the rubble in the basement. They'll be finished soon.
Okay, I guess that means don't go that way. Right, I think this is the quest we were doing. Find the Dark Wolf. Farrell says someone called the Dark Wolf may be able to learn more about the conspiracy against you. Although the Dark Wolf is notoriously secretive, he is likely found somewhere in Amaranthine. So how do I get to Amaranthine?
The whole quiet and stoic thing must get you a lot of action, huh?
I take it you're an admirer, Ogren.
What? No! No. Well, not unless... No!
Good. Then I needn't worry about getting too drunk at camp.
Okay, I like you, just not in that way.
We're missing some items here though, because we've not got any boots on that guy. We ran out of mana. Mana is willpower, right? Yep. No, I never took Arcane Bolt. These are good. And a permanent bonus to spell power is pretty good. I don't know why we didn't take that before. Ah, you've already got blues, so I don't need to take those. And you've already got quite a lot of entropy. That's a debuff on enemies, that's pretty good. Mass paralysis is very good. And sleep is very good as well. That's in one go, we'll take that one. So that's why we didn't take the blues, because you've already got it. Evading physical attacks is pretty good. That means we can knock off more spells in combat without getting them interrupted. I mean, that sounds incredible. Time spiral. Those are mostly buffs. Okay, well we don't need blues. We don't really need them. That's the best glyph. And the other man's already got a lot of entropy. Okay, well let's head towards Time Spiral. It'll take us some time to get there, but that's okay. I think that's just a short side quest, wasn't it? Forlorn Cave. Why don't we do Forlorn Cave?
It shall be done.
And call it an episode. This is the level from one of the DLCs. I swear this is the level of one of the DLCs.
Another step and poor Lady Eileen dies. Where's Lord Bensley? The deal was he'd give us the money himself.
Look, you're not going to get a sovereign until I see the girl is alive and well.
Hawk, show her. Hand over the gold. Now.
Oh, come on. You know how this works. Send the girl first, and then you get the money.
Orc, send her over. The money. Now.
No, funny thing, I happen to be a little short on coin.
Bastard. Kill them.
Can't believe I'd trick a hostage taker. Oh, I feel so bad already. Right, who should we go for first? Mosley the Snake, I think.
Enemy approaching!
Very well.
He didn't die from it, but we didn't do him any good. Oh, it's the wrong one! I didn't mean to do that. That means he's immune to spells and stuff. That was a bad plan. I didn't really mean to do that. Good, he's dead. Right, so let's go back to Mosley the Snake.
It is begun.
Well, that wasn't too bad at all, was it? I think our new characters are pretty good. We've got 2 lots of healing, which is always nice. We seem to work close combat or magic, which makes Trini a lot more versatile than she was in the original run-through. I think I've actually done a good job or something. Now let's cash this quest in, and that's the end of the bombshells. Oh.
Better draw to you when you play with that cat.
Like moths to a flame. Women like it when men show affection for small, fuzzy, defenseless beings. Like you.
Yeah, stupid mage. Every time I pull something out of my robes, the women just flee.
So what would you do if you didn't have to be a Grey Warden?
I wanted to find my letters. I'd be with Alistair as the Queen. That said, Alistair's a warden. He's gone back. It's a strange question to ask out of the blue like this, Anders.
Is it? You've never thought about it? Does nobody ever leave the Wardens?
You can leave, but you'll always be tainted with... No, that's just a really sad thing to say to him. It's true. Mind you, I've lived my whole life tainted. Alistair rejected me not because I was a warden, but because I was an elf. Are you planning on leaving me?
It's just a question. There are worse things to be, I guess. I've never liked the idea of being trapped somewhere, to be honest. It reminds me of the Circle. After my 7th escape attempt, you'd think they'd have given me credit for trying.
Whoa, that's awesome. 7 escape attempts.
I got really good at escaping the tower. Just never good at staying escaped. Until now, I suppose. The only thing I ever missed about the Circle was that cat, to be honest.
Oh, they let you have a cat in the tower?
Mr. Wiggums. He wasn't my cat, he was the tower's mouser. But he took a liking to me. There were days when that stupid cat was the only person I saw. Except for it not being a person. Still, I liked him. Poor Mr. Wiggums.
Poor Mr. Wiggums.
He became possessed by a rage demon, but he did take out 3 Templars. I was never more proud. A toast to Mr. Wiggums. Don't you agree, Sir Pouncelot? Who's a good kitty? You are. Ooh, yes, you are.
I don't know where we cash in the quest we've completed. And on that bomb... Oh no, it wasn't a bombshell. I'll give you a bombshell. Yeah, okay. The woman that upset me, she was afraid of cats. The history of the Drydens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlan's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder then that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee for Eldon. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and travelled under the name de Rocha. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The de Rocha merchant family prospered and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed Age, Sylvie de Rocha uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivety, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arland lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 1. The Grey Warden base at Soldier's Peak was built in the middle of the Glory Age, several decades after the Second Blight was ended. Before then, Grey Wardens in Ferelden would take up residence in castles and forts that belonged to generous nobles. Warden Commander Gaspar Osturian designed a fortified headquarters where his forces could train and live. He planned that Soldier's Peak would be a city unto itself. The defeat of the Darkspawn and the Archdemon Zazakel was fresh in the minds of the Ferelden people, and many were willing to donate gold to build Commander Asturian's fortress. Soldier's Peak was fully completed within 10 years, and dedicated to the Maker in 934 Glory Age. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 2. As he approached his 60th year, rumours swirled that the corruption in Warden Commander Asturian's blood was beginning to take its toll. According to reports from that time, the commander experienced terrifying waking dreams and heard his name whispered from the dark corners of Soldier's Peak. It is said that Asturian would spend hours locked up in the Great Hall of the base, muttering to himself, though no one was ever able to make out what he was saying. Many also believed that Asturian began, in secret, to draw up plans to expand his fortress, adding to it hidden passages and alcoves, all to protect himself from the shadows that pursued him. No one knows whether Asturian was able to complete his project, for his deterioration had become obvious to anyone who spent any amount of time with him. He was quickly replaced by Warden Commander Frida Halric. Asturian was taken to Orzammar, where he submitted to the calling, the last rite of the Grey Wardens, and went to his death with honour. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. The History of Soldier's Peak, Chapter 3. After Asturian's death, the rumours and theories became increasingly outlandish. One of the more ridiculous rumours told of Asturian's infatuation with an elven princess of Lore, whom he was trying to resurrect in a secret ritual chamber through the use of blood magic and the princess's favourite food, raspberry jam. Warden Commander Frida Halwick launched a thorough investigation into Asturian's secret plans, but was unable to uncover any evidence that anything in Soldier's Peak had been changed. Commander Halwick declared that the rumours about Asturian were a slight on his memory, and that anyone found repeating them would be harshly punished. The stories were thus silenced. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar. The History of Soldiers Peak, Chapter 4. There was one mystery, however, that persisted, and this mystery perplexed even Commander Halwick herself. When Commander Asturian went to his calling in the Deep Roads, he did not have his sword in his hand. Asturian's might was forged for him by dwarven smiths, and presented to him upon the completion of Soldiers Peak. Asturian did not pass the sword on to his successor, or to any other Grey Warden. While some maintained that Asturian had simply destroyed his sword in his dotage, others believed he had stashed it away somewhere in Soldiers Peak. One young warden claimed that Asturian had once grabbed him by the shoulders, fixed him with an unwavering gaze and said, "The sword will remind you what it is to be a warden. Speak your oath to me when the shadows come. You must speak the words." What this was supposed to mean was never made clear. From the History of Grey Wardens in Ferelden by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar,